All right, so I've been inspired by Nick Saraev. I don't know how you say your last name, but Nick, I have been inspired by his daily update channel to now make this channel all about daily updates. And originally, this was just gonna be a channel where I update whenever and just let you guys know what things are happening whenever I want. But I realized when I was documenting, so I before all this channel and everything like that, I was actually documenting my series just like personally without YouTube or anything like that. I'll just upload it on Patreon. Actually, I have one upload on my Patreon of like just grinding through this whole thing. And I mean, that helped a lot because I was updating like almost every single day, because in my head I had a deadline for like when that video was gonna go out. So I was always making sure I was making progress, and I definitely been making progress as of recently. But I think this is gonna really like pushing back and seeing like what this is gonna look like 1 year from now would would be cool to see. So I'm actually just gonna be breaking down in this video how I'll be landing my first client via automations. And I know for a fact I'll be looking back at this moment and be like, okay, so this is what I was doing at the moment, and this is how I got started. And for anyone that is, you know, struggling with this, which is gonna be almost anyone that's probably watching these videos, this is where I started. I'm showing you exactly all of the hardships, all of the hard stuff you're gonna have to overcome. And there is a lot when it comes to entrepreneurship. It is not easy. It will not be for everyone. 99% of people will 1000% fail and not make it through this shifting period, right? And I mean, I'm just going to be breaking down everything that I have got going on right now. So starting with the niche I decided to pick for this whole automation journey that I'm on. As you can see, I am focusing on the blue collar niche. So reason being is because I find extreme potential in the blue collar niche. Many reasons for me to even name, but just to keep it simple, there is going to be a demand for more plumbers, electricians, and people in the blue collar niche, simply because there's going to be more infrastructure that needs to be built. So there's the big tech guys literally saying in interviews, saying that we are going to be needing more plumbers, electricians more than ever before. The CEO of Nvidia, a $5 trillion company, the first one ever, said this. And it tells you, and it's because of the GPU situation, which if you don't know, they don't have enough GPUs, or they're just overused, and they're going to be needing more, right? So even Google, all these other companies are going to be needing way more, and there's not enough built. So who's going to build them? Plumbers, electricians, things like that, which means competition will increase. And not only increase, it'll be more valuable. The more value will be spot on for like put on these blue collar industries. So this is why I'm actually getting ahead of this right now and kind of attacking when it comes to automation, because I did see a lot of, when it comes to automation and just like, work online, a lot of these blue collar workers and these small business owners don't touch them at all, because they don't know anything about it, right? And so maybe not for the younger guys, but definitely for sure like the older generation may be passing it down to those other guys that don't know anything about tech. So this is where I see a huge gap for people that want to utilize this, and this is why I picked the niche. And the other reason why I picked the niche is because I used to be a plumber, and I am currently in the blue collar industry. So I kind of already know the pain points of what it could look like what these people are facing and what contractors usually have to go through, because I also went to a trading school as well, two of them. So I literally, I'm in the whole trade space. I know exactly what they are. I have potential clients I could even reach out today and use them as like beginning stepping stones. But I'm just gonna be breaking down exactly the pain points I see them with market research that I've done, but not extensive market research, because um that would require me actually talking to the customers and things like that, and I actually have not landed a client yet, which obviously this is how I'll be landing my first client. So I'm just gonna be I'm just gonna be talking about the pain points that I see that are the most important that these people want solved. So number one, missed calls, which equals missed leads. I think that's self-explanatory. Most of these contractors, they always miss calls, especially on weekends or just after hours and things like that. And they usually they either have like an answering machine afterwards, like leave a message after the tone thing, but they're not talking. Like, the customer isn't just gonna sit there and talk all the time. They will sometimes, but having a bot, and we're just gonna break down exactly what the solutions would be, but having a bot um that answers that call for you would be powerful. Would just put you way above your competition, because most people aren't doing that, and it's extremely valuable for the customer, because now you save that lead, you talk to that lead, and now you nurtured it, and they will most likely stay, right? There's a probability of them staying now. At least it increases it. So the other thing is estimate slow quoting process. A lot of people talk about this. Estimates usually take, almost a day to complete. And so increasing that time for estimates to be complete for your project is insanely valuable nowadays. And it is possible to have them faster in like 30 minutes or 15 minutes. It's faster now, right? You can get them out to your customers faster. And this will build more reliability and trust in your customers, because they see you as a professional. They get and if it's an accurate one, of course, they're gonna be like, yeah, this guy, he works fast, he's reliable, he updated me as well. And this is the other thing where it leads up to no real updates, progress on the project. So a lot of contractors usually don't leave their, like, they don't update their customers on a lot of things. And so this could help a lot with automations that I'm going to be breaking down, could help a lot. The other thing is poor communication between the customer or team on getting the project handled properly. I do see this a lot as well. Really poor communication, and then we can break down exactly what that could be solved. So solution, customized AI agents. AI agents are going insane right now, and they are extremely useful for things like this, like having agents to cover up things like huge bottlenecks that used to be in the future. Used to be in the past, like what we're just talking about, quoting, missed calls, missed leads, things like that. AI agents now can solve that. So specifically, I'm going to be breaking down everything in here, and it's kind of messy here, but I'm just going to be breaking down exactly what solutions, what bots we can be putting in here, and what I see potential in. So starting up here, all by itself, the WhatsApp chatbot, and this is basically just a WhatsApp chatbot that literally talks to your customer. A lot of people use this. A lot of real estate people use this. I see that in the real estate business a lot, and it's really powerful, and it's curated inside your own kind of knowledge base, whatever you have. Say if you submitted a PDF under the backend system for this chatbot, then it could be very useful for you down the road, and has a memory, so it's like very useful down the road. But the other things are schedule app agent. So an agent that can schedule your the customers details and things like that, schedule a time for them, a follow-up call and things like that. And this could be connected with a chatbot, but it's usually not. It's usually just by itself, but you can also connect this with the chatbot, which a lot of people or could do, so yeah. But reason why I have this connected in here is because we're just going to be breaking down the rest of them, which is number two, custom quoting voice agents. So a quoting voice agent, and voice agents are going insane specifically right now. A quoting voice agent, how that would work is, say if you're not there for a quote, right? And in your website, you have an option for customers to just call a bot and get a quote for whatever they need. They call the agent picks up, they ask them relative questions to that so they can get the quote estimate, and then it sends you the details or your team automatically after that quote. Insanely powerful, right? And then the other one is missed call agent. So self-explanatory. It picks up after, say, if you missed a call or you're just not there, and then it asks its questions to the customer, things like that, and gets that handled. So that there's that, and then the follow-up agent, which just follows up with an email or things like that. Follows with an email telling you, hey, we missed your call, things like that. A lot of people do use this one a lot, so that's useful. But again, when it comes to contractors, they aren't using it. So those are just the solutions I have. And right here, combining the customized contractor agent, combining all of this and having a customized contractor agent is basically like what I'm building out right now. And that is just something you can sell for a lot, right? Something that is really useful if it works completely, and you can sell this for a lot. And that's what I'm building. It's like 80% finished, but once it's done, like, guys, it's going to sell, right? So my current bottlenecks, and I'm not going to make this video too long, I'm just going to talk about it. Current bottlenecks I am currently facing. Number one, having the bottlenecks fully functional. So what was I saying? So just having the things fully functional. So I'm currently learning Cloud Code. I just got it installed. That's gonna be like my front end for everything. It's gonna connect to Vappy, which is the voice agent app that allows me to, call the agent, customer, things like that. And then any end will be the backend flow, which will go through Airtable and things like that. And the whole, point of this is, the technical side is basically, making this fully functional is hard, obviously. So there's that. Overthinking slash doing unnecessary things. So I'm very I do this a lot. Unfortunately, I just overthink and I do things that aren't necessary. And like Photoshop for like an hour on stupid thumbnails. Like I do that a lot for some reason, and I'm trying to eliminate that, but it's a bad habit of mine. Staying disciplined in my work. I have discipline problems. I don't stay disciplined. I don't, always, sometimes I want to do something else. I lose focus a lot. I don't have anybody or anything just kind of telling me, yo, like, come on. So this whole journey, I've just been by myself, and I learned a lot. Obviously, I learned a lot throughout this whole entrepreneurship journey that I can't wait to tell one day. But pain was definitely a huge thing in this, and staying disciplined in my work is definitely something I need more than ever nowadays, right? Especially entering 2026, where structure is just needed, right? And the window's really closing, so I really need to stay disciplined in my work. But the other thing is leaning towards bad habits, and I have bad habits. I mean, I'll admit it. I smoke. You know what I'm saying? It's not good if you're trying to run something like this, and I shouldn't be mentioning that, but it's true. I'm being authentic. This is on filtered channel. I do smoke, and I don't want to because it just slows things down a lot. But I know for a fact if I start having clients and things like that, and I have to talk to them, I'm not gonna want to smoke. Like something's gonna tell me, yep, I'm not smoking because this is gonna affect this and that and that. It's just I don't have any this season I'm in right now is pretty dark and lonely and shit like that. So anyone that ever does entrepreneurship, just like prepare for that. It's gonna be very dark, very lonely. You're gonna just go through it. There's no way anyone else, like everyone will go through this, some type of pain. And I have coping mechanisms just like anyone else. Some people can thug it out. Some people, don't have that. But with me, I have coping mechanisms that I'm currently facing, and my whole mindset, like where my mind is at, is like, bro, if I have the money and the place and the environment, completely different story. It's like I don't have things set up the way I would want it set up. So the coping, that's like it's like almost mandatory, which is not good to say, but it's like I need it. That's where it's at, and it's so bad. It's a terrible mindset to have, but that's just me being real. So one of them is weed. You know, I smoke a lot of weed. The other one is like doom scrolling and shit like that. So it's like bad habits definitely play a role into why I haven't reached my desired goal. I haven't even been thinking about, like, today I've been thinking about the sales script, and I actually wrote my sales script today, but that's another thing a lot of people don't even focus on. And there's a lot of things I wanted to show you guys, but this update, this is basically what I'm working on. Basically, where I'm at right now. I did say I was gonna release my school community, which I'm gonna push back to January 1st, because landing my first client is kind of more important, I think. So I'm actually gonna be focusing more on that. But I do want to show you guys the website I have going on right now, which I'm gonna be, unleashing to the crowd very soon. This is a very ugly picture of me, but I like the background that I chose for this. It's called System Skill Support, and then I'll probably change this to make it more blue color based. But this is basically going to be a blue color landing page for any contractors that view my videos and want to work with me, or automators that want to join Trendwheel and join my email list for future things. So there's one YouTuber that I got a lot of inspiration from, that I'm actually gonna go back to and kind of copy what they have, like, for the layout, because I just looked at it and it looks really good. And so yeah, that's where I'm at right now, building my landing page. Hopefully this is finished by the end of the week. But yeah, once this goes crazy, we'll do that. So yeah, currently I'm working on Raypreneur metrics. So this is gonna be a table where I am gonna make an automation where I am gonna be updating in this video and these update videos, just similar to Nick Saraev. If you don't know who he is, he's like the automation king right now in this space. And I wanted to just make my own version of like a track sheet table of all my progress. So the views I get on all types of things, X, YouTube, socials, things I've learned, kind of like a summary, things like that. I want to make that. And so I'm going to be building this out tomorrow. I'm not going to be building this out right now, but this is just going to be my metrics page. And we're going to be looking back at this every single day, as we do this whole thing. So yeah, I kind of rambled a lot in this video. Right now we're standing at 221 subscribers. Our main channel, I don't really care about unfiltered, but on our main channel, this is gonna matter. This is what I'm focusing on. So yeah, and we're also gonna review our metric. I mean, obviously we're gonna do it here, but we're gonna look at specifically our metrics on here as well. So yeah, that's everything, guys. That's everything we have going on. There was a video I was supposed to upload today and record, or not record, but edit. But the video got corrupted. Bro, if you haven't gone through that yet, I pray for you. That shit is so annoying. That shit is probably the most annoying thing out of this whole thing. Just like not saving your work or having something corrupted. Like, imagine you're working on a script, you close your laptop because you're done with the script and it didn't automatically save. It's like, bro, like, that is the most painful thing. But yeah, that just happened. And now I'm not gonna record that video today, but I will record it tomorrow. So it's about to be 9. I had a pretty productive day today. I'm happy. And yeah. Thank you if you stayed to the end. I'll update you guys tomorrow. And I'll see you. Peace.